Hello, my fellow agents. Today, I'm bringing you the Iron Lung Tank build, a high damage, high survivability setup built around the Provocateur chess piece. This build is made for those of you who love taking the lead, drawing aggro, and staying alive while your team dishes out the damage. Stick around, and I'll break down the gear, talents, skills, and tactics you need to make this build unstoppable. I put a link down in the description for more build videos. And if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. Here are some highlights of the build. This build offers a lot of critical hit damage as well as 88% additional LMG damage on top of the fire bullets. With 2 million armor when fully optimized and a little expertise, plus the 20% to 25% reduced incoming damage, you can hit like a truck and stay alive while taking a lot of damage. Let's get into the build. First up, we start with the Firewall Specialization. You can choose other specializations like Gunner for the armor on Kill in PvE, but for PvP I choose Firewall because of the 200% armor kit recovery over 10 seconds and the 20% increase in burn duration when Iron Lung fire bullets start to hit. As always, make sure to fully spec into the weapon type you are using to get the 15% additional weapon damage. In this build, we are using LMGs in both slots. The main weapon in this build is the Iron Lung with the talent Ardent, which will set your enemies on fire. Shooting heats up the weapon, filling up the heat meter. The meter is equivalent to 50% of the weapon's standard magazine size. When the meter is full, rounds shot by the weapon ignite enemies. This is important to trigger our backpack talent Wicked. Make sure that your Iron Lung is rolled to damage to armor so you get the hardest hitting version possible. The secondary is the Infantry MG5, also rolled to damage to armor and the talent measured. In most cases, you won't need the secondary, but it is good to have this strong backup on standby to finish them off. At the moment, Measured is my favorite talent on non-exotic weapons with that increased rate of fire for the first half of the magazine and the increased weapon damage on the second half, which is insanely strong. The sidearm is totally up to you. Lately, I have the Orbit in my loadouts with damage to targets out of cover and the Perfect Finisher talent, which will increase your critical hit chance and damage for 15 seconds after killing an enemy with it, and then swapping to another weapon within 10 seconds. The damage buff is pretty strong, but honestly, most of the time I just don't want to switch weapons all the time. The chess piece is the Provocateur, which was the reward for completing the first manhunt mission on Master difficulty. It comes with armor, hazard protection, and armor regeneration rolls in the talent Challenger. Receive 25% damage resistance from enemies within 20 meters in PvE and 20% damage resistance within 15 meters in PvP, which allows you to face tank enemies in any type of content. The mod I got equipped is critical hit damage. For the mask, holster, and knee pads, we are going with the Langmo brand set for the 3-piece bonus 30% LMG damage. In addition to that, you will receive 20% explosive resistance as well as 20% skill health, which you won't need in most cases, but the additional 30% LMG damage is absolutely worth it. All of the pieces are rolled to armor, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage, and the mask is also equipped with a critical hit chance mod. The gloves are contractor's gloves, with an additional 10% LMG damage bonus as well as 8% damage to armor, and rolled to armor and critical hit chance. The last piece of this loadout is the Grupo Sombra backpack, which gives us 13% critical hit damage. The backpack is rolled to armor, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage, as well as the talent Wicked. Applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds. This talent can be triggered multiple ways with this build. For one, with our main weapon, the Iron Lung, as well as our 2 skills, the Stinger Hive and the Explosive Seeker Mine. 20 seconds is a long time, so this additional weapon damage will be active most of the time during combat, especially in PvP. Since this backpack is kind of a unicorn and I was lucky to get this in a cache, you can also go for a Langmo backpack since it comes with an armor core already and get the mask, holster, or knee pads with Grupo Sombra. As mentioned, the 2 skills I mainly use with this build are the Explosive Seeker Mine and the Stinger Hive. Both of them apply bleed damage on affected targets, and therefore a status effect for activating Wicked on our backpack. If you prefer other skills, you can always go with your preferred ones. Just make sure that they apply a status effect. Let's have a look at the stats. We are sitting at 112k weapon damage, 56% critical hit chance, and 148.8% critical hit damage. The numbers go a little bit higher when fully optimized. We got 37% all weapon damage and 70% LMG damage. The damage will be increased by another 18% through our backpack talent. Since this is a damage-oriented build, the defensive stats are nothing spectacular. We have 1.9 million armor, a little armor regeneration through our chest, and 109 key health on kill through the specialization. If you run this build in PvE and have the modifiers active, I would go with Overdrive, Critical Momentum, and Critical Recovery. You are almost at max crit chance, so you will get your momentum up faster, and also get small armor chunks regenerated through Critical Recovery. For the third modifier, I have Microwave Coils equipped, but this doesn't have an effect since I don't run a pulse. You can choose whatever you like since there is no matching modifier with the skills I am using. Before we jump into the gameplay, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you are interested, I have a playlist linked above for more build videos. Thanks for watching, agents. Enjoy the gameplay and see you next time.
You run out of reinforcements.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Agent down. Hostile Stinger Hive detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated. System restored. Agent deceased. Boost online. Explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile defender drone detected. An agent needs assistance. Medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated. Boost about to expire. The enemy is acquiring the boost. The enemy has acquired the boost. Agent down. Agent killed. Agent down. Hostile stinger detected. Assistance. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action. Agent down.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged.
Malfunctioning. Hostile. Explosive seeker mine detected. System reactivated. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action. Agent killed. Hostile defender drone detected.
The specialization supply drop has been claimed by the enemy.
An agent needs assistance.
You're halfway through the fight.
Agent down. Hostile stinger hive detected. Vital signs critical. Agent out of action. An agent needs assistance.
You're out of reinforcements. Hang in there.
Agent deceased. Agent down. Boost about to come online. Boost now active. An agent needs assistance.
You've lost.